Okay. Hi. Um, my name's Freya, and I've been meaning to start a YouTube channel for about 2 years, and I've found every excuse in the book not to do it. And today I'm starting. I'm not clearly not in a good, I'm not dressed well. The backdrop is not great. I'm just gonna start. Um, I'm in Los Angeles. I got here about 2 weeks ago. I had been in the woods upstate New York for 5 years for what I'm calling a self imposed sabbatical. And it's pretty shocking to come back into the real world. And the purpose of my channel is to, um, the world has really gone crazy and it's overwhelming. And if you start to think about everything that needs to be fixed, um, it becomes overwhelming, and I find it's pretty common to just sort of shut down and not do anything. But my intention is to share small actions that you can do every day that over a lifetime will actually make a difference. My other intention, and that's towards the environment, your health, your beauty, if you want, um, and your sort of emotional and spiritual well being. Um, I've lived a pretty extensive life, and I've studied things that I'm going to share with you. And when this is not my space, this is someone else's space. So when I'm in my own space, I'll be able to share with you more of those things. But also, my other intention, my second intention with this channel, is that I I want to know if there are other people out there. These are selenite crystals. They transmute negative energy, and I was just walking around in LA, so. Anyway, I want to know if there are other people out there who feel the same way I do, because I feel isolated with my thoughts about things. I'm an empath. I'm highly, highly intuitive, and I have healing capabilities, and I will share those with you as we go on. And I hope that you share with me too. I guess in the comments below, and then maybe we connect, or I don't know how this works, but I'm determined to make it work. I feel like there's a lot of us out there who, there's an incessant kind of everything we say has to be positive, and I feel like that's kind of really detrimental. This kind of, yes, everything's good, and spirituality into abundance, shanti. And I don't think it's real, and I don't think it's realistic. That kind of basically cancels out any sort of forum for discussion um, about what is going on in the world, in our own backyards and in the backyards in Syria. I'm not here to waylay you with heaviness, but I'm here to hopefully offer small things you can do every day that will hopefully make a difference. 100 pennies make $1. $100 make $100. And it goes from there. You have to start with a penny. I think truth starts with small things. And they're consistent and they build. And that's true of any change also, be it negative or positive. It comes for a long time before it tips. So I want to know if you're out there too. Other empaths, other people who feel isolated, other people who want to do something, but how do we do it? How can we do it? Where do we start? Well, you can start right where you are with exactly what you have in the smallest activities of your day, even within brushing your teeth. What kind of toothpaste are you using? Is there fluoride in it? Do you leave the tap running while you brush your teeth so all that water just gushes down into the pipes and, you know? So there are things that we can do every single day which over a lifetime make a huge impact, particularly if there's like millions of us doing it. I want to teach you how to be a conscious consumer without it being a second job for you. I've spent the last 20 years researching companies all around the globe that are conscientious. They're out there, and you just have to know how to access them. And once you access them, like, let's go back to the toothpaste. Like, let's say you buy toothpaste twice a month on average over a lifetime. A lifetime of that. If you were doing that from a company that is not damaging the earth, or you for that matter, and not, Colgate that is just like damaging everything, there's a difference right there. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel better. I hope to share those things with you, and I hope that you join me on that journey. I've been doing it all my life, and now it's not enough for me to just be a conscientious consumer myself. I feel like I need to teach others how to do it, and also give you guys options, so that you don't have to do the work. I've done it for you, because it's like a second job. I've like foregone a career basically in order to build it's maybe more than that, like 24 years of knowledge. Some of those companies I found when they were really small, and now they're like massive global companies. About half of them of the ones that have become massive global companies have maintained their integrity, and half of them haven't. So it's an ongoing research. I sort of have to update it all the time. But I've done it. And I've also spent 24 years investigating and practicing meditation, alternative medicine, alternative health, crystal science, not kind of the hippy dippy, but the actual scientific measuring and breakdown of what is happening when you touch these things. I've studied that extensively and had experience with it and used it on my clients. I'm a healer, so I have clients that I work with, and it works in conjunction with other things, the use of medicinal grade essential oils. All these things are really important. The FDA just decided that recently, that they are going to now mandate naturopathic medicine, which means they're going to require that plants that are used as medicine go through the same processes as pharmaceutical medicine, which is outrageous. It's outrageous. So, we all have to band together. We can't, this like consistent worship of the individual, and I'm so interesting and I want to stand out and I'm special. Yeah, you're special, but you're only as special as your value to the group. If you're alone in the woods by yourself, not only are you not special, you probably won't survive. It's a lot easier to be killed by a bear when you're by yourself. So, yeah, I really would be honored if you let me share with you what I've learned from living in the jungles of Papua New Guinea to being in a city like New York. And I'd love for you to share with me, what you have to share. And maybe together we can make real change. Just in the things that we do day to day. Marches are great, I guess, but they don't really do anything. They do, but it needs to have daily action followed up with it. So you know, the way that you live your life governs society. It feels like that's not true and that you're powerless, but actually, you have all the power. Your power and your vote is in your wallet. Every single dollar you spend decides what power is, who has the power. And something as banal as toothpaste, you know, you buy your toothpaste from Colgate, which I believe is a Johnson & Johnson company. Could be wrong, but it's one of those kinds of companies. Stuff that those guys are up to and investing in, and all that money comes from you. Just buy a new toothpaste. That's how bad things happen. Small things piling up. But we can make a difference. I promise you that we can. And we can do it together. And we can do it it'll look like we're not even doing anything really. And that's perfect. That's exactly the way to do it. You have to be the change you want to see in the world. This is a quote from Gandhi. And when you apply that, it doesn't mean you go out and lead an army against Colgate. It's small steps every single day, and it'll build. Those small steps will turn into a large wave. That's how all great movements happen. And so, let's do it. Let's make a movement. Let's make things change in the direction we want them to go in the direction that matters, in the direction that will save our species and our planet and our souls. Because I'm telling you, I'm in Los Angeles, and it is a poster for where we are headed globally, and it ain't pretty. It is not. It's not good. This is the center for communication. This is the center of Hollywood. It's shocking. So, one little thing you could start with is this. When you're brushing your teeth, turn the water off in between spits or whatever. Eventually I'll make videos and show you what I mean. And I want to introduce you to a life that's glamorous in a way that respects the earth. There are people in the world who don't have water. And I know you've heard that before, but here's something that might put it into really perspective. There's a picture going around there was at some point on Facebook, and it's a little African boy looking up with a shocked look on his face. And in quotes it says, "Wait a minute, what you're saying to me is you have so much fresh water that you shit in it." Turn the tap off when you're brushing your teeth. Try it for a month. See how you feel.